I'm Dr. Tony Nettleman, and I love flying drones. 20, 30, 50 years ago, what were land surveyors doing? They were doing construction surveys, as-built, topographic, boundary, and there was some new technology coming online like electronic instruments and EDM. But if you would have asked the average surveyor, even 15 years ago, what they would have in their surveying toolbox in the back of the pickup truck, nobody would ever have guessed surveyors had UAS, quadcopters, fixed-wing devices in the toolbox. It's amazing. And even if you are not doing cutting-edge stuff like laser scanning, we still need these things because a lot of the time I like to overlay aerial photos on boundary surveys, and you just can't get quality, up-to-date aerial photos without paying a lot of money. On the other hand, spend an hour, fly your Phantom 3 around, collect the image, put it on top of your survey, and you've just really increased the value of the survey with very little work and very little cost. Now that's the good side. The bad side is that, as one of my professors used to say, garbage in, garbage out. And when I say garbage in, what I mean is if you have incorrect flight settings, if you have incorrect processing settings, if you choose the wrong drone for the job, you should have flown an Inspire, but instead you chose the Phantom 3 for one reason or another, you can introduce a lot of errors, a lot of blunders, a lot of problems into these aerial photographs. And that doesn't really matter whether you're doing, visible light, near infrared, you're doing hyperspectral. It doesn't matter what you're collecting, what your payload is. What matters is, did you choose the correct device, the direct payload, the proper settings? Did you, really put the package together using industry standard methods? Did you act as a reasonably prudent UAS operator? And if you didn't, then there can be some major issues. And the scary thing about new technology like AutoCAD, drones, LiDAR scanning is a lot of times you will make a product that looks so cool, looks amazing. But in fact, the data which you've based your product on is faulty. And that's really scary. So how do you make sure you do this properly? Well, you've got to be able to really understand the choices you make in terms of the device, the payload, the software, post-processing. And if you understand why you're choosing the proper methods, then you can make good choices. But what scares me is I've seen, quite a few people who are not educated in the field, who do not have good practical experience in the UAS field, using these devices off the shelf, creating faulty products, and then giving them to, professional or consumer end users who are then using them to make really expensive decisions. So if you'd like to know more about how these decisions are made, why they're made, and possibly if your data is good or possibly faulty, contact me below and let's talk about the world of drones.